Hi, it's Libby. Happy New Year to you. It's 2020. I'm back on YouTube. I haven't been on YouTube for over a month. It's been really crazy here, like most people over Christmas, lots of traveling, lots of socializing. So I've not really had time to hop on board and talk to you about my zero free Christmas, really. And I tried my best. I tried my very, very best to make it a zero free. So anyway, I'm looking back on the from the last video that I did, and the last video was on the 7th of December, and that was a video about making cashew nut cheese for Christmas. It was a quick cheese recipe that I put on YouTube. There was a bit of an error on that video, so I just wanted to just show you in case you've made that and wonder why it didn't work out quite so well. It's actually a quarter cup of water, and on the video I said a cup, so I do apologise for that. If you have made it, you maybe made more like a dip, which is not a bad thing, but it's probably not what you wanted to make. So if you use a quarter of a cup of water in that recipe, it will make a fantastic cheese. Since making that video, I've actually made a couple of different varieties of cheese. I've been looking at some cashew nut cheese, a harder cheese, and that has agar. I don't know how you pronounce it, but agar. That's it, agar. And it's a powder, not the granules. But I'll make that cheese, and I'll do a video of that. So today's just to hop on, sit down, have a cup of tea, and just have a little chat really of what I've been doing. So I've got my tea. I've got a piece of cake that I've made. And this is a chocolate and banana cake, and it was made actually by a couple of bananas that I had left that were seen better days really. And rather than throw them away, I thought I'll make a cake with them. Absolutely delicious. Little bits of chocolate were left from Christmas, so put those in. I will actually do a recipe of that and show you how to make it. So simple. I'm going to have that later. Okay, so let me just have a quick look of what I've done over the last month. There's been a lot of changes. The first thing I've changed is I've actually gone dairy free. I don't know if you noticed in quite a few of my videos, I was quite sort of nasally and had a lot of sinus problems going on. And I decided that I had to have a food intolerance test basically. And that showed that I was actually allergic to mainly cheese. But the milk obviously and the butter always a byproduct of milk. So I've ditched that. So unfortunately I've had to ditch the milkman, poor man. I just had to make that decision. Over Christmas I did buy a little bit of milk for my children because they eat dairy and cheese. But I made my own alternative, my own dairy free cheese, and I made a Christmas cake with coconut butter in. I'm not allergic to eggs and I'm not vegan. So I did make a lovely Christmas cake without butter in, which was amazing. My Christmas puddings and a Christmas mincemeat I made them previous in November, and they'd been made with coconut butter as well. So that was really good. So I had quite a dairy-free Christmas. I had maybe a little bit of butter somewhere in various things. I did make a what was it? A bread sauce, and I actually used goat's milk because somebody said to me goat's milk is a little bit less affects your sinuses so much. So I used that. I used the goat's milk for a little bit. So I don't really want to go down the line of goat's milk, but I wanted to provide a nice bread sauce using a creamy milk for my Christmas day. So my children enjoyed that, and they didn't know it was goat's milk. So that was one good thing. So ditch the milkman, poor man, like I said. The other thing I really thought about this coming new year was things. I sort of sit with things. I'm a yoga teacher and I do a lot of meditation, and a lot of things come in as I'm doing my meditation. And two things came in for me personally in 2020, and things that I need to do more work on. And I know these have been an issue. So the first thing was to drink more water. Now, I used to work in a hydro spa, as a reflexologist for about 3 years, and I used to drink gallons of water. So after every treatment, I would get the client a glass of water, and I would have a glass of water. And I was drinking so much water. I felt so much healthier, more energy. I slept better. I didn't get any headaches. And I realised, after realising that I really need to drink more water. So in 2020, I made a decision, I'm going to drink so much more water. So consequently, I thought, how am I going to do this? You know, do I drink water every hour? How much do I drink? How much do I need to drink? Because I'm not very tall. I don't weigh an awful lot of weight. You know, I'm not a heavy lady. So I had to work out how much water I needed for me, not for a general human being. Because you could say 6 to 8 glasses of water. Okay, so I put on an app on my phone, and the app actually asks you for your height and your weight, when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed, and then it calculates how much water you need, and then divides that into manageable time slots. So every hour and a half, I get a notification on my phone. A little water drop comes up, and it's a blue water drop, and it says, it gives me that message to drink water. So I've got my Berkey, my travel Berkey, which I keep with me. And this is lovely because it's got a water filter in. So I can fill this up with just tap water, and I can drink it from there. There's literally about 3 glasses in this container. So I can take that out with me in the morning. And when the notification comes, I can drink a third of this water. And I know I'm drinking the amount of water. And up to now, on day 5, and I've drank so much water. And I thought by doing that, I'm going to be in the toilet every few minutes. No, it's actually been the reverse. I've drank so much water, and I've needed to go to the bathroom, obviously, but it wasn't like when I was slightly dehydrated, and I know I was getting dehydrated. I wasn't taking the time for me. So I don't know about you, but 2020 for me, and I think for collectively, it's all about you. It's about you looking after you. And I want to do a video, maybe tomorrow or the next couple of days, about 2020. So the other thing that came through for me to look at in 2020 was my posture. Now, I used to pride myself on having a very upright posture. Now, I'm only 5'2" and a quarter or a half, but I have a very long body. I have an extremely long body. I have a friend who's 6 foot. Now, if I sit back to back with her, with this more or less the same height, we're very much, I've got a very long body and short legs. And I noticed, it was actually through the videos that I've been producing, that my back was a bit rounded, and it's so aging, and it doesn't look good. And I'm trying my best to keep myself healthy and well. So what I decided to do is I bought myself a posture corrector. And I'll show you here. It's like a little waistcoat, okay, or like maybe something you go skydiving with the parachute attached to you. So basically, you put it on. I'll just show you. You put it on, and it has 2 little straps here that you pull down, and that's it basically. And when you're on your computer or doing a YouTube video, like I'm doing right now, is you can put this on. It's not very attractive, is it really? Hey. But my God, it really helps your posture, and you feel so much better. And I've noticed in the last 4 days that it's made me more aware of my posture. So I'm not going to wear it through this video, but I just thought I'd show it you. It cost about £15 on Amazon. There's lots and lots of different ones on Amazon. I did one that was the Amazon's Choice or something like that. And it actually has, I'll try and take it off. It actually has like little pads that you can put underneath so it doesn't rough into your armpits. Amazing thing. And just the water and that alone, I felt so good. I felt really, really good. Okay, so ditch the milk, drinking more water, improving my posture. What else have I done? I went into town and I went shopping. Okay, now me 2-3 years ago used to buy so many clothes. I mean, my daughter said to me, "Mum, you've got so many clothes. It's ridiculous." So over the last month, I've cleared out so many clothes and old shoes. I took 3 bags to the charity shop, including bags and shoes and books and all sorts of stuff. I had a massive clear out, and it made me feel really, really good. It's given me space. I've actually got one drawer that hasn't got anything in. And I'm like, oh, I need to maybe fill it. Why do I need to fill it? No problem. Just give me a bit more space. And it's so nice to go in my bedroom now, and it's not cluttered and the cupboards aren't crammed with things. I can see the clothes I have, and I'm enjoying wearing the clothes that I have now. So I went into the sales. I thought, oh, this is going to be tempting. So I went into the sales. I didn't need anything. I didn't want to buy anything. But this was how I used to be. I used to go in there and have money in my pocket, especially after Christmas. People gift you money. And so you think, oh, I'll just nip in and have a little look around what I can buy. And that's a lot of our mentality, isn't it? What can we buy to fill our time? Maybe we're feeling a bit bored today. Maybe we feel that we need to fill in some sort of emptiness in our emotional life. Maybe we just need to get out of the house. And what do? We go shopping and come back with bags and bags and bags of stuff. So that isn't a very good thing to do. We need to be more conscious. So I went into town. I did need to buy some gloves. I really did need some gloves, and I wanted some fingerless gloves, which I have bought, and they're upstairs, so I'm not going to get them now. But they were from the Fair Trade shop in Leicester. They were expensive. They're handmade, made really, really well, and I love wearing those gloves. They feel so nice because they're wool. They haven't been made in a factory that's sort of like a sweatshop. They've been made by some person in a fair trade community. It actually says where it comes from. Anyway, going back, so I went through we've got a big shopping centre here in Leicester, and it's a really nice shopping centre. It's got beautiful John Lewis. I went into John Lewis and had a little look round. I did buy myself a saucepan. I did need a new saucepan. And I went past one of my favourite shops. It begins with a Z and it ends with an A. Yeah. And it's 4 letters. So I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to advertise. But I went into that shop and it was chaos. There was stuff everywhere. There was clothes all over the floor. And it just felt really tacky and really not cared for. And there's people just buying and they've got armfuls of stuff. So I walked around and I did spot a really nice sweater that I really liked. And I've got a lovely hat and scarf. And this sweater was in the same colour, beautiful pink colour. Really, really nice. And I picked it up and it was £10 off. And then I spotted another sweater, which is a sweater that I wouldn't normally buy. It had quite a bit of a pattern on it. It reminded me of like a jacquardy sort of thing, like you would wear playing golf or somewhere. And I thought, oh, that's a bit different. And it got cashmere in, and it got mohair, and it was £60 reduced to 30. So the 2 sweaters altogether would have cost me £50. And so what I did, I picked them up and I put them against me and I put them on, and I thought, yeah, they're really lovely. The pink one I absolutely loved, right? So I just put them down, I folded them back up, put them back on the shelf, and I walked out. And I went and got my gloves, and I had a walk around town. I got some vegetables off the market, and I had a nice wander around. And I kept thinking about these jumpers. And then I thought to myself, you have a jumper with that pink like pattern in. It's not all completely pink, but it has that pink in that goes lovely with that scarf. People have actually said when you wear that scarf and that hat and that sweater, it looks really nice. Why do I need to buy another one? No. Okay. The other one, the blue one with the jacquardy thing, I really, really loved it. But I thought, I don't need it. I don't need it. So I walked away. I saved myself £50. So I went back into John Lewis, and I have a lovely rug in my lounge, and the rug has seen better days. It really needs checking out, basically. So I went in there and I looked at the rugs, and I'd been eyeing up this rug for about 6 weeks. So I decided to order the rug, and that came 2 days ago. It's beautiful. It's 100% wool. It's a really nice rug, and the old rug is actually been brought into my kitchen, and I've been using it to do my yoga in the morning because my kitchen is big, and I just wanted a different space to do my yoga, and I thought I'll put the rug on the floor, chuck my yoga mat on the top, and it's made a different space. So by just refusing the jumper, I made 2 different changes. So one, I didn't buy it, saved myself £50, bought the rug that had been on my wish list for a long time, and the old rug has been recycled and used for an area for me to do my yoga, which is in a different space. So that was really, really good, and it's something that I would have never done. All I would have done is buy those 2 jumpers. They would have been thrown in the cupboard. I might have worn them once or twice. People would say, "Oh, you look nice in that jumper," and I probably won't wear it again. So that was a big, big shift. I mean, I know how much that has shifted in me, and I just felt so proud of myself walking away, and it was almost like that. To the shop. I wouldn't normally do something like that, but it did feel a little bit like that, because these big stores, you know, they exploit people. I'm not saying this particular company does. I haven't got any facts on that, and I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but it did feel a little bit like up yours sort of thing. So yeah, so up to now, posture corrector, more water. I've been shopping less. I haven't bought anything. I'm dairy free. I've not even bought any more of the goat's cheese. I did buy some ingredients to make another cheese, which I haven't got round to yet, so I'm going to do that. A couple of other things that's come up through Christmas is, what did I get for Christmas? So I got some beautiful presents, and my friends listened to me. I got loose teas, I got recyclable products, I got loads of soap with no, you know, like just cardboard packaging, things like that. I got what I really wanted on my Christmas list, was my little tiffin tin. I haven't used it yet, but I was so excited to use this. When I go travelling in the summer, or just when I go down to London for the day maybe, I can take my bits of food in here. It's three containers, and I absolutely love it. So I can put in here, I can put some maybe curry, I could put some rice, I could put some cake in the bottom here, and it all fits in this most lovely little tin. My daughter bought this for me. I'm so thrilled with it, and it's zero free. It's going to save me loads and loads of packaging. If I go and get a takeaway, I can take this with me. I can take it down to the Chinese, and they can put all of my little goodies in there, and I've got my dinner. Okay, so also I made lots and lots of Christmas presents for my children. I'm not going to show you all the things I made, because I made a lot. But basically, I made some felted robins. I don't know if you can see them. So these are little felted robins I made from wool, basically, and you felt them. And I made these a couple of years ago, and I've got some wool left, so I made some more of these. So I gave those as little gifts, like attached it to a gift. So it's like a little label, put a little label on who it was from, and that went down really well. I made some little bags, some little cotton bags, and I filled up these with lots and lots of things. I bought my son and my daughter some bamboo toothbrushes, and some handmade toothpaste that I bought from the shop that I've recommended that shop before. I can't remember its name right now. And I made some of these lovely cloths, which I made with old towels, and I overlocked the edges. I got my overlocker back on track because that wasn't looking very good. I had that all replaced, and repaired. So again, another thing that came out of making something, my overlocker wasn't working properly, and I was going to ditch it, buy a new one. And I found a guy in Leicester that fixed it for me. So, you know, don't throw things away, try and get them replaced. And so I made loads of these. I made the round ones and some squarey ones, and put them in a little bag with some ribbon around them. Put the toothpaste and the bamboo toothbrush, and gave them that with a little label on, rather than using gift tags and gift paper. The other thing I received here is a little bag, and inside the bag was a gift from a very good friend of mine, and it was a from the Wonky boxes. Okay, and I got a gift card to buy some of their boxes, so I shall look forward to having those later on in the year. I don't know much else. I've got a lot of things to say, but I've just looked at my battery's very low, so I don't want it to go off and halfway through the recipe, the video. Yeah, some of the things that I actually gave as Christmas presents were quite a few memberships. I gave my daughter a membership for Kew Gardens, which she was really going to use and enjoy. I split up some plants that I've got. I've got some plants called Mother-in-Law's Tongue, which has got a really weird name. It has got a botanical name and I can't remember it right now. But I split those up, bought some beautiful pots from the garden centre and put the plants in and gave them to my children, which they loved. I'd got some old ceramic pots that I'd got rid of. I didn't got rid of them, but I'd put them in the shed and I washed them out, cleaned them out, and I bought some nice little cactus plants and I gave those as some presents as well. So lots of things I made. I made them all sorts of different things, and some sloe gin, some rose hip syrup, some wax wraps for sandwiches and things. The list goes on. Christmas cakes. I can't remember. Loads of stuff. So just a couple of things I just need to go over, I think. I think that's all. Just one thing I had, because I've replanted these plants, they came in this big plastic container, which you can't really do much about. But apparently what you can do with these containers, these plastic packs, is you can, if you wash them well, and you can recycle them in the carrier bags at Tesco's. And we've got a big Tesco's near to me, and I fill my car up with all the plastic for the month or a couple of months, and then I'll make a trip there and I'll put them in the big container, the big box. So that's me really. I've got a lot more to say. I wanted to talk about some places that you can recycle stuff. I did find out that Lush will take the bottle tops of shampoo bottles. I've been going on about that for over a few months, and I actually found out through Christmas that they do. I went in with my little bag full of the lids and the bottle tops, and yes, they take them in. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop this video now. It's 22 minutes long. Didn't want to be on quite so long, but anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my tea and my piece of cake, and I'll say goodbye. Have a lovely, lovely rest of the week. It's my birthday at the weekend, so I'm off down to London to see my children. So have a lovely weekend, whatever you're doing, and you take care, and I'll be with you next week. I'm going to start doing some more videos. Okay, so have a great weekend, and bye.